Hey, Peter.
Hey, Adam.
Wait a second. Something about that doesn't sound right. I'm Heather Maness.
I'm Kelly Martin.
You're listening to You'll Hear It.
Daily jazz advice coming at you.
Make sure you take a minute to visit the OxfordAmerican.org. You'll find all kinds of musical goodies, including a feature on John Coltrane, an interview with Les McCann, a video feature about a lifelong collector of 78 RPMs, and much more. Again, that's the OxfordAmerican.org. And be sure to sign up for the Oxford American's e-newsletter so you don't miss out on important musical announcements and events and other musical happenings in the Oxford American universe.
Okay, so we said we might come back, but we made it back, fairly soon.
Pretty quick.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
We weren't gone too long.
No.
So today we're going to talk about 7 things about Adam and Peter that maybe the You'll Hear listeners don't know.
Yes, I don't know why they want us to do this because it seems dangerous for them.
I know.
But okay.
Should we keep it positive or should we tell the real story about the dirty laundry and all that kind of
I
stuff?
have a feeling that if we really get honest with it, this episode will never air. So,
okay. All right. So we'll start off with just some really nice light stuff that the listeners don't know about.
Okay.
Our husbands. Okay, I'll start. Mm-hmm. So Peter, piano was not his first instrument.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He started on violin when he was 3, and he played until he was probably a teenager, maybe about 12 or 13.
Huh.
And he likes to think he's a good violinist. Unfortunately, he has 2 children that are actually good violinists, and they let him know on a regular basis that they're much better at their instrument than he ever was. So I guess that's one Peter story.
When your kids were little and they were learning violin, did they let Peter help them, or were they like, get out of here, Dad?
So both of the kids learned through the Suzuki method. So it's a parent teacher at home. And you would think because he started at 3 on violin, he would be the parent teacher. Oh, no. So his wife, that'd be me, learned to play the viola. And I was the parent teacher. And it's so painful beginning kids on violin to listen to. It is like the sound is just horrid. So he wanted nothing to do with them. And then as they progressed over years, all of a sudden he starts coming into the music room when they're practicing. I'm like, no, this is me. They're good now. This is me.
Yeah. I get the rewards now. I put in the work.
Exactly.
Yes.
And now they're so far beyond anything that I can help them with. So if they really have music questions, they call their grandparents, and if they're not around, then they ask Dad.
All right.
So that's I think a big thing.
I think that is a big thing. I don't think people would associate Peter with the violin,
Exactly.
so that is a very big one. I don't have a lot I can share about Adam. I don't know a whole lot about him. He's very good looking. And
see, that's important.
Yes, and that's great. And he comes home with a paycheck on the regular, and I feel like this is working out for me.
That is working out.
So I don't want to
you.
dig too deep. I don't, you just want to stay on the surface with
Yeah,
these
let's
things
keep the
sometimes.
surface. So it'll be surface things that people don't know about.
But there is one thing about my husband that I find fascinating. He believes that he invented the word redonkulous.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When we were dating, I said it once, and he goes, I invented that word. And I was like, pardon me? Yeah.
So what year was that he think he thought he invented
I don't know. All of it is nonsensical, and I don't understand it all. And it's often when he'll say other things to me, I'm like, oh, like you invented redonkulous. So I don't know.
Okay, well, he could be this great inventor that we just didn't know about, a wordsmith. But
Linguistic genius.
There we go. Let's see. What else do I have on Peter? He's never had a regular job. he when we were newly married, he would say things like, yeah, I'm going to go on tour, and I think I'm going to be gone for 6 weeks. So maybe you can just come with me. And I'm like, you do know I get 2 weeks vacation a year. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, do you think if I'm teaching out of town in the summer, you can come? I'm like, okay, you do realize they get 2 weeks vacation. So like the concept of what people do when they're working a regular job and they have, days off, and that it's not, you can't just go chase your husband around.
Lady, I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I feel your pain. Adam likes to remind me that he did work at a Barnes and Noble for about 20 minutes once. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the job you had, all right? So.
Oh, well, Peter, in his defense, he did have a job at the pasta house, but I think it was like a week. Like maybe, and he was in high school. So like I said, Peter's never really had a regular job. So yeah, I'm sticking with that one.
That's pretty good. I think something that maybe their listeners would know, because I'm guessing most of the listeners are jazz musicians themselves, or is that Adam, when he's practicing, can make me want to kill myself because it's the same like 4 bars of music. I don't even know the right terms for it. Just like over and over and over and over again. And people will say to me like, how amazing is it to be living in a house that's so full of music? I'm like, not amazing at all.
Yeah.
It is not what it's cracked up to be. It's not like I get this wonderful solo piano concert every evening. It is just this one part that he's particularly having a hard time with over and over and over.
I can add to that one.
Okay.
It's the practicing at home, but it's 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a newborn and a 2-year-old, and there's music at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
But it's only a few bars.
Yep.
And it's those same bars again and again and again.
Adam went through a pretty big phase of, I don't know if he was teaching himself or if it was just honing his skills on the accordion when the kids were babies.
Oh.
And he would go down in the basement. I mean, thankfully, but it's a tiny house. It was through the whole house. And again, same concept, just a short little segment of music over and over and over and over on the accordion. It was awesome. It was great.
Well, you know, the positive side of all this, our kids can probably sleep through anything.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, band rehearsals. There were our house is just kind of lofty like, and so they would have rehearsals, and it would just be the whole house is completely. I mean, those instruments, even when they're not mic'd, are very loud. They make a very big noise, and the whole house would be full, and the kids would be sleeping, and I'd be trying to watch reruns of 30 Rock, and
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. What else do I have? Okay, so this is actually, I'm going to say something really positive and I think interesting about Peter.
Okay.
Is that when he's touring, and like, it's wonderful. He like gets to see the world, and he doesn't just see the hotel. He's a runner. So he makes it a point of wherever he is, he goes for a run. And he says, I get to see the country that I'm in a way that you don't get to appreciate when you're in a car.
That's awesome.
And then he'll stop and he'll take some video and he'll share with us because we can't go with him most of the time, but he wants his family there. So he tries to share this experience with us.
That's very sweet. I don't know if this is creepy or not, but I follow your husband on Instagram, and so he's
pretty cool.
He posts a lot from his runs when he's out there, and I'm like, that's great, man. Because I can see how you would very easily just see the inside of your hotel room and then see your venue, and that would be it. You know?
I have a feeling if I were touring like that, I would see more of the hotel and less of because I'm not running anywhere. Unless someone's chasing me, then I will run. But
we have so much in common, Kelly.
I love it. We save our energy for the things that we have to do, but also we are the ones with the kids, I think, most of the time. So like the running for fun, it's not happening. I think I just went from my positive, happy Peter runs into like Peter's out running and I'm home with the kids. What the heck?
It's okay, Kelly. It's okay. Sometimes you just got to get it out.
You just let it all out. There we go. I'm feeling better now.
All right. I've got one about Adam, which I just thought of, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I didn't think about this earlier, that I think is fascinating to me. It's one of those things that I'm constantly like, I can't believe this is happening. Adam, who plays the piano for a living, if he's not playing the piano, his hands are like bear claws. He has no fine motor skills in his fingers whatsoever.
Wow.
It's fascinating. And it's like, I stare at him. I'm like, what's he? Oh, he's trying to get a knot out. And it's like, he can't do it. It's somehow he can't make his brain, make his fingers do the things to do anything with fine motor skill. Like, I constantly am grabbing things for him. Like, just give that to me so I'll open it and give it back to him because it's painful to watch.
That's shocking because
isn't it so weird?
Because he's not only he plays a lot of other instruments. Some of them I don't actually know what they are, and he's wow. That's
yeah. It is. It's the weirdest thing. Ask him to open a bag of chips for you and just watch.
But I wonder if that is so that you will open them for him.
You would think, but really it's to his detriment. Like, he can't do anything. He really can't.
We're gonna have to get Adam some training on using those hands other than on the piano.
No, it's really weird. Oh well. What do you got? Anything else about Peter?
You know, I think I have lots on Peter, but I'm trying to think of something that I could share that that we would still be married after I'd shared it. So
Yeah,
I think we're good. I think we're good. I think the listeners have heard enough about Adam and Peter, and they're like, okay, we need some jazz again. Enough with
They probably do. I have one more positive thing to say about my husband, that he makes the best omelet of anyone I've ever known. And I've worked in restaurants my whole life and worked with some amazing chefs. I'm not too shabby myself, but my husband can make the best omelet.
I'm thinking that was an invite for the Martins to come for breakfast.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Maybe
sounds
that's the
good.
next time we can do one of these when you guys come over for brunch. How's that?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I can bring the mimosas. Doesn't require me to drink. To cook. It just requires me to bring something. I can handle that.
I love it. I love a mimosa.
Sounds good.
All right, Kelly. Well, you'll hear it.